Now, Neighbours. Everybody needs good neighbours.
With a little understanding, you can find the perfect blend.
Neighbours should be there for one another.
And that's when good neighbours become good friends.
Yeah. To celebrate an incredible 30 years of Neighbours, we sent Ramsay Street stalwart Stefan Dennis, that's Paul Robinson, behind the scenes of the world's most famous cul-de-sac.
Neighbours.
Everybody needs good neighbours, and here on Ramsay Street, we're celebrating 30 years of some of the best.
For 3 decades, the residents of Erinsborough have gripped viewers with their everyday dramas and cheeky humour.
So much stuff has happened right here, so many memories. I mean, Scott and Charlene met on that very balcony there.
Charlene!
And that was just one of the iconic moments that have made Neighbours a smash hit here in the UK for the past 3 decades.
And so, to celebrate 30 years of friendships, bust-ups, explosive storylines, I'm taking this morning for a little gander behind the scenes to meet some of my best mates, better known to you as the familiar faces of Ramsay Street.
But let's start at the very beginning, the very first episode, which featured this handsome chap, yep, me, unloading the tinnies for this wild party. And if there's one thing, besides me that is endured over all this time, it's that unmistakable theme tune.
Neighbours, everybody loves good neighbours.
With a little understanding.
You can find the perfect blend! What?
And one person who has certainly struck a chord with the viewers is the longest-serving continuous character, Lou Carpenter.
You started on this show in 1988, a little bit after me, but you were originally only in it for 6 months, weren't you?
Yes, actually it was 6 weeks. I came in 88 for 6 weeks to stop Harold marrying Madge.
Yeah.
You may now kiss the bride.
But Harold won the day and Lou disappeared back to Queensland.
Yeah.
I came back in 92 on a 6-month contract.
Here we are in Harold's.
Yes.
You can't talk of Lou without actually talking about Harold. Old Jelly Belly, as Lou
That's
calls
it,
him.
yeah.
And it's got to be one of the most incredible pairings in soap history, as far as two genuine mates that have been through everything.
Yes.
And fought over women, fought over
Having gone to school together.
Yeah.
And then when he disappeared,
Harold! Answer me, love!
that's when Lou hooked up with Madge. She came back and hooked up with Madge in 92 and lived with her. But then Harold came back and she realised she was in love with him and not one. So that was the end of that too.
Madge Bishop, your wife.
And from Harold's amnesia to one of the truly unforgettable scenes of Neighbours, featuring that song and that mullet. Oh, and Kylie. Scott and Charlene's wedding attracted a staggering 20 million viewers when it hit the UK in 1988. And especially for you, here is the offspring of that happy union, Daniel.
You get this all the time. Kylie, Jason.
Yes?
Bloody big shoes.
They are. To be honest, it's only a good pressure. They are big shoes to fill, and the nice thing is that being the son of an iconic couple, it means that I have the opportunity to be a memorable character myself, potentially. So it's only encouraging. It's a good pressure.
And from one of the newest arrivals in Ramsay Street to, can you believe it, one of the veterans of the Neighbours cast, Ryan Maloney's first appearance as Jared Toadfish Rebecca came over 20 years ago in January 1995. And he's had his fair share of hair-raising moments since then.
When you look back at Toadie, you think, all right, poor beggar, he's been through a truckload of stuff. Driving off a cliff with your new bride, can't have been a good day.
Looked really good though. The actual shot of the car going off the cliff, the mannequin's head came off on Dee and nearly went out the window.
But the thing that the audience is Toadie ever going to be happy? Is he going to be lucky in love? Is he going to be happy in life?
You know, I think the thing about Toadie, well, originally is that he was the eternal loser, and that's what kind of really was his appeal. You always kind of wanted him to win because he never would.
Toadie may have been a loser, but I was falling over myself, literally, to appear in one particular scene with Ryan.
It was actually with Alan and myself, watching you get pushed from the top level through the glass at Lassiter's and falling onto the ground. Both Alan and I had to imagine someone going It was the worst acting that we have both done ever. Oh, we had to time it at the same time. We had to do all these kind of like... What? It was so bad.
Oh my God! It's Paul!
And that's what went to air.
Ooh, that scene still brings tears to my eyes, and that's just the acting. But let's move on to a scene that definitely brought tears to Carl Kennedy's eyes. A moment known only as the slap.
Don't you dare!
I heard about the slap, and I'm thinking, my character, as you know, has been slapped and hit more times than you can think about. And I thought, the slap? No! It was a roundhouse.
She absolutely poleaxed me.
And it looked so real, because of course magic of television. I'm hoping it wasn't real, but it certainly looked unbelievably real.
As soon as we did the slap, all the crew lined up behind Jackie and got a photograph.
Me next.
It's my turn.
Don't you touch me!
Yep, Neighbours certainly has had an impact all over the world for the last 30 years.
And I, for one, certainly feel honoured to be part of one of the most iconic streets in soap history. The residents of Erinsborough have gone through bushfire, plane crash, births, deaths, marriages, even the occasional natural disaster. Wonder what the next 30 years will bring.
That was really good. Thank you,
Really good.
Stefan. The 30th anniversary Neighbours show is tonight. They're celebrating. Actually, they've got a 1:45 showing, and they've also got a 5:30 showing on Channel 5. That's their big 30th celebration.
Yes, and